Looks like the internet is going wild over this Diddy drama, and the servers couldn't handle it. Now there's a lawsuit naming Jay Z along with Diddy, with some serious allegations about inappropriate behavior towards someone young. People are asking, did it happen? Has this kind of thing happened before? Is this why he's been keeping his distance lately? And who's the unnamed celebrity who supposedly witnessed it all? Could it be Mary J. Blige? I hope you're sitting down because everyone's been asking for the details about Jay Z, and they're finally here. People are talking about everything, from his early collaborations and friendships to rumors about his relationships and how he's handled certain situations with Beyoncé. It's definitely stirring up a lot of conversations. Listen, it's a lot going on right now. Word is Beyoncé and Blue are feeling the pressure. Blue's gearing up to start Mufasa Press, and Bey's already deep into rehearsals for the halftime show. But let's get into this situation with Jay Z. There's been a lawsuit that's got him not just trending, but actually responding, and even sending some sharp words towards the lawyer. This case first popped up back in October in the Southern District of New York, originally naming Diddy, but now it's been updated to include Jay Z too. Remember when Tony Busby mentioned he was representing a big group of people who had filed cases across different states? He said it included both men and women, and some of them were younger at the time of the incidents. One person even shared that their experience happened during an audition at Bad Boy Records. Tony mentioned that a lot of people have come forward saying they were given something to knock them out, and that many of these situations happened at Diddy's well-known parties. He also shared that over 3,000 people reached out to his firm, and he's currently representing about 120 of them, some of whom have even spoken with the FBI. So, back then, Tony mentioned that some well-known figures were apparently trying to quietly sort things out before their names became public, and people were already guessing Jay might be involved. Recently, Tony filed a bunch of cases but didn't share the names of the people he was accusing. This is actually the first case where he's named another big-name person. And yep, it's Jay Z. A woman referred to as Jane Doe in the case shared that her experience began when she was taken to an after-party for the MTV Video Music Awards. According to her account, she had been dropped off at Radio City Music Hall by a friend, but didn't have a ticket to get in. While there, she started talking to different limo drivers, hoping to find a way into the show or the after party. One of the drivers reportedly mentioned he worked for Diddy, and allegedly said she fit the type of person Diddy was looking for. The driver eventually came back to pick her up, and after about 20 minutes, she was dropped off at a big white house with a U-shaped driveway. She was asked to sign something that seemed like a confidentiality agreement and was told not to talk about what happened at the party, but she didn't get a copy of it. After that, she mentioned being offered a drink that left her feeling a bit off, kind of woozy and lightheaded, like she needed to lie down. She said she walked down what looked like a hallway with several rooms and ended up in what seemed to be an empty bedroom to rest. According to what she shared, the room had just a large bed and no other furniture or decorations. The lawsuit talks about a situation where P. Diddy and Jay Z came into the room. It says Jay Z held the woman down and behaved in a way that wasn't okay, while Diddy and another woman watched. Later on, it claims Diddy also acted inappropriately while the others were still there. Eventually, the woman managed to find a chance to get away. In her claim, Jane Doe shares that even though there were still people at the party, no one seemed to notice that she was upset or stepped in to help. She ended up running to a nearby gas station and called her dad from there. She also explains that she's been struggling with a lot since then, dealing with a deep sadness that impacts every part of her life, along with stress-related health issues. She also mentioned having a hard time building normal relationships and living mostly isolated from others. Honestly, it's wild to hear these kinds of claims. What's really blowing up online is that this is the first time Jay's name has officially come up. It's no longer just rumors. The court documents even point out that Jay was allegedly around during some of these situations, with the filing claiming that Combs acts like the rules don't apply to him. It adds that Jay was reportedly present with him on multiple occasions like the ones described. The case also says that Jay Z tried to put pressure on the lawyers involved, even going as far as targeting their families, employees, and former co-workers. These actions were supposedly meant to discourage the person filing the case from speaking up or taking things further. Jay Z has made it clear that none of this is true. He shared how serious the situation is and how much it's affected his family. In a recent statement, he talked about how tough it's been emotionally, saying it's frustrating and upsetting to deal with all of this while trying to protect his kids from the noise. He mentioned how tricky it is to explain something so complicated to them, especially knowing they might hear things from friends or come across misleading stuff online. It's been a challenging time, but they're focusing on moving forward and staying strong as a family. Tony Busby, the lawyer who filed the high-profile lawsuit, has stirred up quite a bit of controversy. Some people think he's using serious claims as a way to benefit himself, creating a lot of noise to push for a quick settlement. But instead of going that route, the person accused decided to stand their ground, saying they wouldn't pay a dime and were frustrated by what they felt was an underestimation of their determination. They talked about how their tough background shaped them, especially their values around standing up for what's right and protecting others. They also accused Busby of taking advantage of sensitive situations for his own gain, making him seem more focused on personal benefit than actual justice. While they acknowledged how serious the topic is, they called the specific claims against them completely ridiculous and baseless. They seemed confident in their defense and determined to clear their name, insisting that these assumptions about them couldn't be further from the truth. Tony Busby, a well-known lawyer, recently spoke about comments made by music icon Jay Z regarding a legal matter. Busby explained that Jay Z denied being directly involved in filing a lawsuit against him and his firm, saying it was done under another name. According to Busby, his firm had initially just sent a letter to Jay Z's lawyer on behalf of a client. It wasn't a demand for money, just a standard note addressing the client's concerns. Things took a turn, though, when Jay Z responded by filing a lawsuit. Busby says this has made things more complicated for both him and his client. Despite the challenges, Busby shared that his client is staying positive and more determined than ever to see this through to a fair outcome. He emphasized that while public statements and discussions may keep circulating, the real resolution will happen in court, where everything can be properly addressed. Busby reassured that he's fully committed to supporting his client every step of the way. Things have been pretty busy for Jay Z lately, with all kinds of talk linking him and Beyoncé to Diddy. It's not the first time the couple has dealt with this kind of public buzz, but Jay Z is not letting it slide this time. He's been quick to shut things down, taking steps to protect his name and set the record straight. Word is, he's even brought in his team to handle anyone spreading untrue stories. One rumor making rounds is that Jay Z called out Piers Morgan for fueling some of these claims, showing just how seriously he's taking it. Through it all, Beyoncé has been right there with him, showing her love and support. Together, they're ready to handle whatever comes their way, staying strong as always. Jaguar Wright shared some bold claims about Diddy and Jay Z. She hinted that Diddy might have played a role in keeping certain details about Kathy White's passing quiet to help protect Jay Z's relationship with Beyoncé. Around the same time, Jaguar also mentioned in an interview that Jay Z's actions weren't much better than Diddy's. After the interview, Alex Spiro, a lawyer who works with Jay Z and Beyoncé, responded to what Jaguar said. He made it clear that Jaguar's comments weren't just random rumors or misunderstandings, they were serious claims. Alex decided to give Pierce a heads up to take down the interview because it included something that wasn't accurate. The lawyer explained that the team had to step in since someone on a so-called news platform decided to spread a random story. By doing that, they not only caused unnecessary trouble, but also made it harder for real issues to get the attention they deserve. It was something the team felt they couldn't just let slide anymore. What are your thoughts on this? Share them below, and be sure to check out the next video.